What are carrier oils and how can you use them in your practice? This is a viscous material that is plant derived. You can utilize in different ways, incorporating them into your spell work. These are essentially plant oils that then you can infuse with different herbs and spices for different properties. And the carrier oil can also hold metaphysical properties. You can utilize all of it together. And then you can use them with your spell work, such as dressing a candle, using it in a roller bottle, using it as a hair oil. It's totally up to you and it's limitless. Some different examples are love, prosperity, abundance, and protection. You can make them a little bit differently. Different types of carrier oils can include, but not limited to, grapeseed, jojoba, olive oil, canola oil, and even castor oil could be included. Different ways of infusing it as well. It just depends on you and your practice and what you wish to do. Keep in mind, if you're using it on your skin for aromatherapy or skin care, it only takes 30 seconds for it to be absorbed and start circulating in your bloodstream. And be cautious of what you put in there. Make sure you do your research. Also have the option of adding essential oils, which could be considered a carrier oil too. You don't necessarily have to do herbs and spices. You can just include essential oils with your carrier oil to make whatever you wish to for your concoction. Really good book for this is this one here. Other ones out there, but this is the one that is my go-to. This author is Scott Cunningham, which also is the author to this book here, which is also one of my go-tos and that I recommend. Have you ever made ritual oil? Let me know. How I tend to make mine in my preferred way. Totally up to you how you want to do this, but I take a mason jar. I want all the herbs that I'm going to be using for that oil in that jar as full as I can. I'm not giving my recipes, but you want to use the corresponding herbs and spices for whatever you want that oil to become. And then you place your carrier oil on top, and then I use a little skewer stick, a wooden one, and poke it so that the oil gets in between all the herbs and spices. Then I put it in the dark, mix it each day for 30 days. Well, at least 28 days. You could place it out in the sun so that it kind of speeds up the process. I prefer having it in the dark because it's less likely to mold or go bad before I use it all up. I know some individuals do this on the stove, but again, be cautious and do your own research regarding it. After it's done, as far as the 28 days, then I strain it and then I keep some of the herbs and put a little bit of it in each jar. And then I label it appropriately. I put it in a dropper bottle so it's easier for me to control when I am doing my candles or if I'm using for anything else. I use a carrier oil that I like the smell of if I'm going to be wearing it, or one that is fitting for my physical witchcraft needs for that particular oil that I am making. I know of some individuals that just stick a few herbs and spices within the oil and they call it good enough. To me, I'd rather do it the way that I was taught because that was taught by Witchfoot. And that's my preferred way. I encourage you to do your own research so that you know what you're doing. Hello for more. See ya.